8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So, Heise. Okay. Oops. I almost threw down my camera. Put my headphones there. To position my. I have my soft drink here and my coffee. Okay.
I suffer so long
I played.
that I built a home. They tap at the windows and think they will.
I was playing yesterday my game. I played a little bit more. I took a major decision, and um, some people say that the decision I made is not good for the game. I don't know. I read a couple of things. They didn't really make sense. I saw that many people say that the story doesn't really make sense. But I'm not really sure. And yeah, maybe we will do this decision today. I will see if we will have time. But I did it, and some say that it was not the best of your interest, but it was it was truthful to me. And when I will discuss it, I will explain why I still think it's the best option, not only for the game but also for the real life. Um, I also saw some spoilers about who killed, and I also saw some spoilers about the killer in the game. I just my tongue let it slip off of it. Who is the killer? I will edit this part out because we are not there yet. Yeah, so who is the killer of the person who will be dead in the story? That it didn't really make sense for me. It's crazy. And many people said yes, it is crazy, it is a plot hole, and people weren't satisfied with the last two episodes. Some other people called out the all the things I have said about Chloe. So yeah, it's really, I guess it's really goes back to it at the end of the day. Anyways, we will play it, and as we go, if I see either correct stuff that the game says spiritually, or if it says stupid stuff, for example, as I said about the killer and stuff, I will call everything out and correct it as we go, of course, because as I said, I saw some spoilers, but I'm not quite sure where they fit, why, what they do, or whatever. It was really like, I was like, what the heck, you know. I'm just like still on the first chapter myself. Navigating myself. I don't know anything about the characters still. So yeah, just because you learn a spoiler, that doesn't mean anything, you know. Like, and I don't watch the games for the spoilers. But as I said, I don't know how you lead yourself there and stuff like that. So yeah, let's continue.
Give me the Cliff Notes version of what we're actually here to see.
A bunch of little pieces of a shattered asteroid.
From 11 million miles away.
This is what I get for introducing you to.
Wow.
So, should we be worried about this crazy asteroid hitting Earth?
Not in our lifetime. And it'll probably disintegrate before it reaches the surface.
All right, Max. You have 24 hours before the world ends. What would you do?
Okay. As if I remember what I did in the other gameplay that I do. I seriously don't. Take a picture of what I was gonna do anyway. What I was gonna do anyway.
Let's be honest. I'd probably just put on Return of the Living Dead and eat an entire pizza by myself. Why mess with her teen?
She died doing what she loved. Awful quiet over there, Murph. Don't want to weigh in?
Oh, I wasn't listening. But, hey, looks like the equipment's working.
Eek, why am I not at home wrapped up in a blanket burrito right now?
Fear of missing out, you're right, this was a terrible idea because you're a good friend. Um, because you're a good friend, you're right, it was a terrible idea. Fear of missing out. Fear of missing out.
I don't know. Me and Moses out in town without you? Think of the wild times you would have missed.
Lakeport's most notorious party animals. Bow, 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 bow. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
I don't like it when people my age behave like they are 12. I hate that. Max is 28. Safi is 28. I think. Hold on. How old is she? Hold on. How old is Safi? How old is Safi? Life is strange. Yeah, she's in her mid 20s. And how old is Max? Yeah. No. That double exposure. Okay. Yeah, she's 28. Max is 28, and Safi is in the same age, and they behave like they are teenagers. I don't like that. You are almost 30. Like, grow up. And if you're like, what don't you like with that? I don't mind goofing. I mean behaving like you are 15. That's what I mean. Like the whole narrative, the whole immature behavior they have just shows that they haven't really understood that they are in their 30s. Come on, they could be parents. That's what I mean. It's crazy. When people might behave like that, stay away. I can't. That's stupid. And again, I am being goofy. You know me. I am goofy. I am myself. I'm not like playing the adult or anything. I am childlike too. I'm just saying, like, showing these traits that people can't rely on you because you need an adult diaper, napkin, we call it here in Britain. I don't know, diaper. Like, that the pad you are putting in the babies when they are like very small and they can't use the loo. Like, this is how people behave in my age these days, and I just really I can't. It's crazy.
Oh, I brought cups. Figured that was better than passing the bottle around.
Someone said that Max behaves like a teenager, and yeah, that's what I mean.
This is the best you could do?
I don't work in this building. Don't blame me for the astronomy department's bad taste.
Mine says I'm the world's horniest grandma.
Grab a mug, Max.
Okay. Nerdy and dirty, toilet, actually vodka. I don't like any of this stuff. Actually vodka. Henry
Why not
Stevens.
just come out and say it?
I have some good news. It's big, but I can't tell you what it is.
You can't tell us you have good news and then
I don't want to say anything else until everything is finalized.
mysterious. Well, whatever we're celebrating, I think it calls for a selfie.
Oh, I just got this camera and I want to get some good use out of it.
I already don't like Safi. Can we just block her? And I don't like this character at all. I don't like her. I don't. She's giving arrogant Gen Z vibes. Like as I said in the other game, I saw some people like her. Whatever. She's nothing like Chloe. The fact that she replaces Chloe in this game is crazy. The previous game she forced us to be lesbians, whatever. Now she's whatever. Like, fuck my life. I have news, but I can't tell you. Don't speak then if you can't say your news. Like, this is so much like Gen Z inferiority complex vibes. This is how some people of my generation react. It's crazy.
I think I've had
If I can no, not just friend zone. We are friends with Safi. If I can actually distance myself from her, I will do that. I promise I will.
Moses has hypothermia.
I've got incoming.
I'm gonna,
She's giving like this fake best friend vibes, like she's a fake girlfriend. Regina George, as you know, this character Regina George, she's from where the fuck is she? I don't remember. Regina George. What the fuck? Mean Girls, 2004. Yeah, so she's this girl here. Okay. The character is played by an amazing actress, though. Rachel McAdams. She's a hell of an actress. She has played many serious roles. After that, she's a hell of a character, of an actress. Sorry. I will put right here the clip of the Mean Girls that I'm talking about, so you can understand what I mean when I say that Safi is giving me these vibes.
Regina, stop! Do you know what everyone says about you? They say that you're a homeschooled jungle freak who's a less hot version of me. Yeah, so don't try to act so innocent. You can take that fake apology and shove it right up your hairy...
Okay, now that you saw it, you understand where I'm coming from, okay? That's what I mean. Fuck my life. Mean Girl, like, nyach.
do my thing.
Good news, huh?
You two and your secrets. How you ever hold a conversation with each other is beyond me.
I will put this part of the video before, because maybe I have to clarify this. What I mean with Regina George is that Saf is giving me these vibes. Is giving me the vibes of the girl that's very mean, but is playing the good girl, and she can actually steal your boyfriend if she has to, and all she cares is about sex and makeup and fucking other people and her career. I don't know how to describe it. It's mnyach. Yeah, I will put that clip here before, so it's combined. Sorry about that. I forgot to mention that before. Okay, let's continue.
I'm dying to know what Safi's good news is. Maybe I can somehow convince her to spill.
No, I don't die. I don't die to know. If she doesn't wanna know, just tell us. Fuck off. I don't give a shit. Sorry, I don't. If you don't wanna tell me and you are teasing me like that, no, I don't wanna know. Fuck you. Fuck off. I don't care. I don't. You are seeking my attention like a stupid 4-year-old, and the 4-year-old can be excused because the 4-year-old is a 4-year-old. It can be whatever. It can be itself. It's a baby. It needs attention. It's a kid. It has to be in the center of attention because this is how kids are. But when you are 30 and you behave like that, no, I'm sorry. Fuck off. I'm not gonna
Moses
care
and
about you.
Safi have been friends for years. Maybe he could help.
As if I care. Fuck off. Who would like to be friends with this girl anyways?
Hey, Moses. Doesn't some small part of you want to know what Safi's good news is?
No, I don't.
Alright. I think I have an idea. But once we go down this road, we can't turn back.
I think it's very dark for you.
Okay.
Give this to Safi, if you can. You'll probably have to trick her into taking it or plan it on her.
Okay.
Frank?
No. This has rules. So it's more of a game. Whoever holds the bottle cap has to do whatever you say. Well, within reason.
Moses, I have literally never wanted to play a game more in my entire life.
You say that now, but Sophie has a very loose definition of within reason. And she'll come for you next.
Whatever.
Okay, wish me luck. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Oh, you mean like talking to someone who has an obvious crush on me?
First of all, how dare you? Second of all, yes, exactly.
These characters are so immature, so immature. Fuck my life. As we go, the characters become progressively older, like we were.
Okay, how am I going to plant this on Sophie?
Like we were. Firstly, we were with Max, who was 18. Then the second game is with Sean, who is 18. Okay. Then I will show you that game. Maybe we will play that too. It's a very sad game, but anyways, it's 18 plus. It's not 16 plus like this one, okay, or the other ones. It's the only adult game, and it has a reason for that. Then Rachel Amber in the Before the Storm, she's 19. She's the protagonist essentially with Chloe. True Colors is 21, almost same age as me. Same age as me, 21. And now we have 28-year-olds. They're older than me, obviously. They are in their 30s, obviously, almost. And they behave like they are 13. And fuck my life. Fuck my life. If they become your age later, the characters are fuck my life. Fuck. Do I have to take a snapshot? Okay, let's take Moses' photograph too. And then let's plant.
I love how Moses always looks so passionate about his work, even when he's just crunching numbers. Moses, this is all super cool. Show off a little.
Moses is a cool guy, I don't mind him. But yeah.
I guess this is how people who aren't Moses lose their rooftop privileges.
So the only way to hide that I know, to hide the fucking cup that they gave us, was the snowball, whatever.
I need to hide this bottle cap somewhere that Sophie won't find suspicious. Oh no, Mr. Iceman. What's to become of your head?
I tried that in my own gameplay and she didn't tell us. I was trying to find if we have another way, maybe.
Only the highest quality drinking vessels for the astronomy department, I guess. Dang, Sophie snagged the good stuff from the snapping turtle. Sophie eats these when she can't slip away for a smoke. It'd be totally normal for me to offer her.
Okay, whatever.
Could I hide the bottle cap in a snowball?
I
Not
think
sure I want to rely on my aim. I'd only get one shot. Me and Chloe used to daydream about the adventures we'd have under skies like this. I love that you're my partner in crime. As long as you're my partner in time. After everything that happened in Arcadia Bay, I'm lucky I found this place. I haven't been as happy in years.
yeah, of course they give us Chloe nostalgia for nothing. Thank you.
Moses looks pretty focused. I shouldn't interrupt him.
Okay, let's hide it. I don't even care, but I just wanted to see if I could give you another perspective in the story. That's it, only.
All right, Sniper Max. Let's lock and load. just got to deliver this to Safi.
What the fuck? Sorry, I fixed my pillows. Okay. Professional here. Yeah. Okay. Snowball. Give her the snowball. Fuck.
Fuck. Should have seen that coming.
The hell, Max? Damn, I had plans for that bottle cap too.
Bullshit! How did you see me?
Good noob.
You're the worst.
Not at hiding bottle caps, I'm not. Your title is secure. Oh. Oh, shit. Hello? This is Safi? Yes, this is Safia Llewellyn Fayyad. Speaking. Be right back.
So, Return of the Living Dead?
What about it?
You said you'd watch it while the asteroid hit. Isn't that a zombie apocalypse movie?
Return of the Living Dead is a zombie apocalypse masterpiece. I've seen it probably 100 times.
So you're gonna watch a movie about the apocalypse during the apocalypse?
Embrace the end. Cling to the familiar. Cling to the familiar. Embrace the end. I wouldn't answer any of these things myself. Cling to the familiar.
Sure, but it's an apocalypse.
I don't believe like that in the apocalypse. Like in the Revelation, for me, it says that it will be the perfect beginning with God. After the second coming, not the end of the world. That's what I see. So for me, it's not like that. That's what I mean.
Already know front to back. No surprises.
So it's a better the devil you know kind of deal. I think I get it.
Like, I don't think my dad would create the world just to destroy it. That's how I see it. No, it's not how I see it. This is how what is written in the Bible. Okay.
Look at that. What a tale.
Moses was right. This is awesome.
I like that. Can we zoom? Can we zoom? That's the only thing that I care right now. The stars, even in the fictional space that we are. I still believe the character is not the same. The character is another person. They just used Max's legacy to attract viewers and money, and that's crazy.
Yeah, all good. Just dizzy. Maybe the champagne. Think I'm gonna take off. Get some rest.
I can give you a ride if you wait a few minutes.
No, that's okay. I think a walk will clear my head. Think so.
Nobody beats the first game. I agree with that, though. maybe put this here.
What a perfect night for walking home. I'll just catch up with Sophie tomorrow. Sophie's chain smoking again? Wonder what that call was about. Wow, Sophie. What did Mr. Snowman ever do to you? Another Polaroid? Nice. But who planted the bottle cap? And who took the photo?
So we took the photo.
Don't get to take a shot like this every day. Wow. You're really watching me, aren't you?
This is not a test.
Mouse!
The emergency broadcast system is now in effect.
I caused this! I caused all of this!
Whoever made the plot was really bored. He really wanted, or she, or wherever they go, with whatever pronouns they use, they wanted to get over with the story. They were bored as fuck. Like, the story is so generic and lame. Fuck my life.
Hey! Hey, are you okay?
Something's wrong. Sophie.
Hey! Come back!
There's Sophie. She seems okay. I feel like I should check on her anyway. Better safe than sorry. Shit! Sophie, hang on! Oh, Sophie's fine. For a moment, I thought...
Sophie. Sophie?
Hey, you okay?
Okay, whatever.
Max!
whatever. I can't believe that the main character that is dying is a character that I hate, and actually part of me is glad that the character is off the cast right now. Chloe was priceless, pun intended. Safi's fuck. No, it's not. She's not crazy. She's pathetic. Yeah, don't like her. Mean girl, Regina George. I would call her Regina George, actually. Yeah, she's very much Regina George.
Don't say that! I won't trade you!
How many more references are we gonna take from this first game? What the fuck?
No matter what you choose, I know you'll make the right decision. I'll always be with you. Forever.
That's why the game sucks anyways. But we don't have anything else better to play, so let's play it anyways. Yeah, I am very sorry she died. Yeah, she didn't have it coming with her stupidity. Yeah, I'm very sorry. Okay, let's move on now. I'm hungry, whatever.
Welcome to the wall, Safi. Shit. Fuck. Damn, Chloe. I thought I lost you. Again. Amazeballs. I literally just got chills all over my neck. You have powers. You can rewind time, Max. That's fucking insane. No, Chloe. What's fucking insane is that being able to rewind time has only caused me more problems. And more heartbreak. If high school Max could see the places I've seen, the people I've met. We had a huge blow-up not long after we took this. I'm glad to only remember the photo, and not the fight.
My dad just said something crazy. He said that he didn't inspire this game. Who inspired the game? Then he said he didn't inspire it. That's why it feels so off when I played. He said,
If I could undo your death, Safi, I'd do it without a second thought.
he said that the reason that I feel the game so off is because he didn't inspire it at all. Okay, then who inspired it? I guess he will say in his own time. He doesn't really reply all the time on spot. Sometimes he lets you digest and, like he's replying at the right time. That's what he does. Okay, so we have text from Amanda. She says she's coming over. Uh, she says, no need to respond, I just want to check in. Okay, I lied. I'm worried and a response would help, but I understand. Uh, that's it, Max. I'm coming over. Okay. Where else do we have?
Fuck. She went through all of that alone.
Okay, so we have a lot of texts, I suppose. We have from Chloe. Okay. Maybe we can read the texts. Maybe read them. Okay. Can you see? Okay, let's fix this. Okay. So everyone who said Chicago winters were unbearable, they were grossly underestimated. My sensors are freezing. I don't know, I kinda like it. It's literally so cold it's impossible to think about anything else. All my problems don't magically disappear. They're just replaced by a more... What the fuck? Oh my god, sorry. Wrong button. All my problems don't magically disappear. They're just replaced by a more immediate and brutal one. It's refreshing. Plus, Malord. Chloe, nobody actually drinks Malort. It's a bit. You don't have to commit that hard to the bit. Also, you are texting me this from a hotel room with a thermostat set to the surface of Venus, right? Venus is lovely this time of year. Venus is like the second planet from the air, from the sun, and it's the hottest planet, the scientists say. So that's what she means. You coming down or not? Yeah, 5 more minutes. What do you want me to order you? And don't say Malord. Hey, I snuck out early while you were asleep, but real quick, how much chocolate do you think you could eat today? Is it National Gorge Yourself or Sweets Day or something? Technically, no. But it is the day that after Valentine's, and it's all on sale, so... Shit, it's almost 10:30. Why didn't you tell me? I didn't know I had to. What happens at 10:30? Nothing. There's a Marie Colvin exhibit on this week, and tickets went on sale on 10. Fuck. Was gonna take you as a surprise. Well, if you want to get up on time to get those tickets, I can make it that happen. Max, no, I don't need you to rewind to make it all better. I'm a big girl, I can live with my mistakes. What is that supposed to mean? I didn't mean it like that, Max. Come on. I don't have to live with my mistakes, 'cause there is a place on the coast where we used to call home that says otherwise. And how many times do I have to tell you that I never asked you make that choice? I never would have asked you to do that. You're my best friend, Chloe. I know you would have never asked. I know you would never ask. And I think about that decision every goddamn day. Look, I'm sorry, okay, I mean it. I don't want to hash this out over text. Me either. You still want to celebrate National Gorge Yourself on Chocolate Day with me? Yeah, bring in as much as you can carry. Hey, where did you run off to? My stomach was rumbling and I didn't wanna wake you. That never stopped you before. I don't know, maybe I'm turning over a new leaf. That would be the day. Hey, you know how I get when I am hungry. The motel room is on your card and I didn't want you to be liable. That's very thoughtful. I've been down to be pretty thoughtful from time to time. Chloe, I think your phone had been hacked. Blink twice if you're in trouble. Hey, it's true, just now I was imagining of bringing you back something. Chloe, I'm not asking you to bring me back something. I know. How will you ask for your things, Max? Well, since you asked, why don't you wow me? Bring me whatever delicacies St. Louis has to offer. Gooey butter, cake, and ribs it is. Okay, I didn't mean wow me that fast. How did you pull those out of your ass? Like immediately? I know you would want me to bring you something, and I'm very, very good at Google. Chloe, you really are the best. Yeah, I am really something. So when did this happen? I don't have any idea. What the fuck? Confusing, I suppose.
Shit. Oh. My place is a mess. Shit. I'm a mess. Can't let Amanda see the mess downstairs.
Let's
Better change out of my pajamas too. Now to take care of downstairs.
Confirm.
Now to take care of downstairs.
Okay, I didn't choose to go downstairs. She went by herself. Can I go back? Yeah, it allows me to go back, but I didn't choose it. I didn't choose it, she didn't know.
Can't begin to imagine how hard this was for her to write, let alone to keep that professional tone all the way through.
Can you see? Okay.
Yasmin has been nothing but supportive throughout my time here, and I owe it to her to make time should she need it.
I didn't read it so we can actually continue with the game because the
One
video...
of the last things I got from Chloe, it wasn't an invitation.
Because we are losing time when I am reading, that's why I did that, so you can read it. See St. Louis by night.
Even years later, this still sucks to read. You always did know how to make every word count, didn't you?
Let's read this though. Hey Max, I started writing this in St. Louis, hence the big fucking arts on the postcard. But I'm sending it from Tennessee because it took that long to figure out what I wanted to say. When we were teens, I thought being able to rewind time was the coolest shit in the world, and I guess it was for a while. The problem is, the more often you go back in time, the less often you look forward. I wanted to look forward, to move forward with you, Max, into a future we couldn't predict and all the messiness that brings. Eventually I knew, as much as it hurt, that you would never be able to do that, not with me at least. I love you, Max. That will always be true. I hope you find someone you no longer feel the need to rewind for and can look forward unafraid. Love, Chloe. That is so unhinged.
Almost everyone I ever knew, gone. Just like that. All because of me.
My father says that actually the author behind everything is the devil with the producers, because the devs, because they killed off the romance like that, and the producers agreed. That's what he says. I told you he will reply on his own time. Seattle Sentinel: climate change in a meteorological turn of events that's baffled climate scientists from both NOAA and NASA. An impossible rare West Coast tornado wiped the town of Arcadia Bay, Oregon, completely off the map. As our planet warms, these scientists warn that so-called freak weather events like this will become all too common. Okay. You say you want to travel by yourself from now on? Fine, me too. Fuck you, Chloe. This is so unhinged. Okay, she likes... she thinks about Jefferson. Okay, this is so unhinged. This is so unhinged.
Not really up for dragging Amanda down traumatic memory lane. Best to get this out of sight. Oh, better clean those up too. Joyce, we lost you in the storm. Chloe never really looked at me the same after she found out. Born and raised in the Pacific Northwest, but never made it to Canada till Chloe took me. Banff National Park did not disappoint. Better get these tidied up too, before Amanda gets here.
They fucking destroyed the story. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Amanda might be down to watch a decapitated head in a bucket.
Hold on a second. Okay, so let's continue. I fixed the camera position. I thought it was crazy
Wreak
before.
havoc, but probably shouldn't assume.
Okay. Clean.
I don't think Amanda needs to see a two-ply monument to my sadness today. Amanda's at the door. I hope she isn't mad that I ignored her calls. Hey, Amanda. Welcome to hell.
Oh, honey. You're doing dramatic goth kid grief.
Go big or go home, I always say. She's really gone, Amanda. Sophie was here 2 days ago. And now...
I know, Max. I know.
Why would anybody want to... I mean, she was just...
A bitch. Sorry, I'm such a wreck. Thank you for looking out for me. Let's thank her. Let's be kind.
I appreciate you checking in on me. You didn't have to.
Oh, I 100% did. Nobody's seen you for 2 days.
I'll begrudgingly admit, it is nice to see a friendly face.
A friendly face. With food. Homegrown salad and homemade focaccia.
Damn. Okay, then. I would have been happy with old Halloween candy and a Pop-Tart. Full disclosure, I don't exactly have the biggest of appetites right now.
Really? Eating always makes me feel better. Never encountered a mood that couldn't be improved by demolishing an entire pizza solo.
You just wait till I'm feeling better. I could eat you under the table.
Wowzers.
You must not have heard it before. That's not what I meant. Fuck my... Oh my laka. I'm very quick to to catch this. Yeah. So she said I could eat you under the... Z. Do you understand what she said? My father says you won't. Z, it's oral. Okay, that's what she said. Fuck my life. You must not have heard it before. That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant.
Shit. That came out wrong. My thoughts have been kind of...
It's cool. I'll never be able to hear drink you under the table the same way again.
These hypersexualized scenarios, not like I like sexualized stuff, don't get me wrong, but the fact, like those people of my age that sexualize everything out of nowhere, like the reader, Jesus was banging Apostle Mark. What the fuck is wrong with people? What the fuck is wrong with people? Fuck my life.
You need to eat, Max. The stuff that makes you feel close to normal again is usually what you need the most. Whoa. I haven't seen one of these since I was like 10. I would have figured instant cameras were a professional photography no-no.
If Amanda was around me, she would have also been blacklisted, like Safi, because she allegedly, yeah, whatever, she came to see us if we are okay. No, she came to flirt. That's what she came for, okay? She came to flirt because she's a lesbian. fuck my life. Like the people who have no boundaries. Like we told her we don't wanna date her. She came and fuck. Yeah, fuck.
I like them.
It's not even the time to make such jokes. Like in this scenario, like this girl died, and you come to the best friend's house, and you, what the oh my god,
Always
my god,
have.
these people.
So, I don't know. Tactile. Looking through the viewfinder, holding the photo in your hands, it feels more real.
And for everyone watching me, and if you are like Helga, you are a Puritan. Yes, I am a Puritan. I have said this many times. I'm not a feminist. I am a Puritan, and you must learn some boundaries in the meantime. And then you can judge people if they are Puritans or not, because you have to have boundaries with people. You can't ask for people to respect your boundaries if you don't respect their boundaries before that. If you just go out and say, hey, it's just a joke. No. They just met. She met her at a bar. They said maybe like a friend thing. Let's go out and see how it works. They are not practically friends, okay? And she crosses boundaries. She's making sexual references like she knows her from yesterday. That's hella crazy. That's creepy. Okay, don't do that. Don't. It's creepy. It's giving very creepy vibes. It's cringy. It's not cool.
Another way to make you feel normal again? Taking a picture of your friend Amanda.
No, we aren't friends, bitch. We aren't. And if you were a real person, we wouldn't be friends. Trust me.
I'm really not up for it, Amanda.
Oh, come on. I've never had my picture taken by anybody famous before.
She's flirting. She's just flirting. That's. Yes, they have flirted with me like that. That's why I say she's flirting. I'm not being a paranoid. They have flirted with me like that. Not girls. I never had a girl flirting with me, at least to my knowledge. Boys. I thought they were friends. They wanted to bank me, and they flirted like Amanda. And sorry if I pass like I am very unapproachable. I'm not doing that. I'm not like that in my real life. I've never ousted a person from my life like that. If you think that I have done that to anybody, I haven't. What I'm saying is that I will keep my distance from them, my very good distance from them, because as I said yesterday, three friends of mine speculated stuff about my sexual life, and I friend-zoned them, not friend-zoned them, blacklisted them. The first two girls, and then another woman. The woman was your age. The woman who was your age was the woman who asked me if I am single. Okay, and uh, the girls, the one of them was the girl that told me um, that she had a relationship with the teacher. Do you remember her? That one. She's not my friend anymore. You know that. And the other girl, uh, let's put it very plainly, she told me some shitty stuff about. I don't want to say this on the internet for my own personal reasons. Nothing serious. It's just come back to me and I will tell you what she said. Okay, no issue. But I just didn't want to say these things in public. That's it. Okay. She told me the other day, and I just said, okay, I don't want to have anything to do with her. She said, Helga, did you notice that there are many people from Pakistan in the center of Athens? And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with her? And I told her, did you notice that I am an immigrant in the UK? And she said, yes, I know that, but I said that Athens has more Pakistani people than Athenians, and I didn't tell her you're a racist because I thought it was pointless to tell her you're a racist, because if she wasn't, she wouldn't even say that, okay? She said that, and the first thing that I thought wasn't that I am an immigrant in here. The first thing that I thought was that you said you have family in Athens. You have like a cousin with their kids, with his kids and his wife in Athens. It's the Chinatown we have, as I have said. Yes, there are many Pakistani people and Chinese people. Primarily, Athens has Chinese and Pakistani people, not Greeks. in the center, the very center. Do you remember when I said the Chinatown is very close to the parliament, the Greek parliament? That's the area I'm talking about. It's the quite the center of the capital of Athens. Okay, I didn't live there. I lived in the suburbs in the southwest of Athens. Okay, and I just thought like, okay, so this girl now would want my husband's relatives to go back to China. That's what she says. Long story short, we aren't friends anymore. She said some very nasty stuff about my sexuality. She speculated stuff. She was being very nasty and rude. And yeah, long story short, people, three women. That's why I speak about bitches in here. Said nasty stuff about me. Yeah, thank you. Next, they are not friends anymore. I'm not talking with them almost a year. I'm not gonna speak with them anymore. I blocked the one of them. I ignored the other one, the woman, and yeah, and also I ignored the girl. No, no, thank you. Bye, bye, bye. You're nasty. You're pieces of shit. And so is Amanda. Think you can afford my fee? I'm really not that famous. Okay. Um, let's fuck her. That think you can afford my fee?
Shouldn't I be charging you for something like this, since I'm so famous and all?
When I don't like somebody, I usually make fun of them like that. Like, yeah, give me fee. Like, I'm just trying to play dork, trying to put you inside my mind so that they think that I am stupid and leave me alone and don't put me in the position to say, look, I don't want you as a friend. I just act like this with certain people so that they actually take the clue and leave me alone. So that's not spirituality. I'm not speaking about spirituality here. I'm speaking about how Helga reacts. Helga hates such stuff. Okay. Yeah, I'm usually playing the dork just to give them the clue, like, leave me alone, I don't want you. That's what I'm trying to do. Like, they think I am stupid and stop messing around with me anymore. Helga, have you done this to anybody? Yes, with these three girls. As I said, yes, I did that. Obviously, I did that. It's my mechanism. No, I haven't done this to you. No, I haven't done this to you. And this is not my regular behavior. This is my behavior when I am fed up with people, and this is very rare for me to do. I am almost forcing people to get away from me, essentially, because I don't want to oust them myself. I would never do that. I just try to oust them with my behavior so that they decide it for themselves. So yeah, I guess it is like a mystical manipulative tactic that I'm doing. But yeah, yeah, I know it's not very good, but I'm not really sorry because I don't like them at the end of the day. Like, I guess it's manipulative, mystical tactic because I am not saying I don't want you around me anymore. I'm implying it with my behavior, and I'm implying it in the way that I want them to think that I am stupid. So they say, "Oh, Helga is stupid. Let's not speak with her anymore." Essentially, that's what I'm trying to say.
Name your price, Caulfield. I've got $20 in crumpled up singles and a Canadian quarter.
Tempting. But let's call this one pro bono.
That's what I'm talking about.
I can't believe she's making me do this.
How should I pose for Caledon's illustrious... How about another one? Different pose this time.
Okay.
Oh my god, Amanda is horrible. Ah. I will dub this gameplay pathetic bitches around me or something like that. I can't. Like, say, that's not very nice that I'm saying, but I had a Chinese friend. Do you remember her, the girl that I had friends? She was not a very nice person. If you remember, I'd made the post what happened. I don't want to go through this again, but whenever we were out, she was always forcing me to check her phone and take pictures, and we were taking so many pictures, like take me this pose here, this pose here, and she always wanted to take pictures with me. You know, she was from a rural place in China, and what I got from when I was with her was that she was like that. I'm not trying to bash your country, hope you understand this by now, but I think she was from this like very like rural poor cities in China or whatever, and she was trying to play rich to the people back in China by saying like, hey, I am in the UK and I live the big life here. Does that make any sense? So I've seen somewhere in like in southern China post that YouTube channel, and in some articles I have read about your country on Google, that there are some Chinese people in the rural areas that move in the Europe or in America, and they have this mentality. They show off their supposed wealth, like they are, it's fake wealth essentially. They are showing off to their people back in their hometown. Like let's say, for example, I am from the southern, western suburbs of Athens, right? So let's say I go out now from, like say, Victoria's Secret in Edinburgh, whatever, or London, or anything, Cardiff, and I'm taking a picture with golden earrings that are not golden, they actually are fake golden. You get what I mean? Faux jewelry. And I'm saying like, hey, I'm living good life, I went to Victoria's Secret. You haven't even gone inside the Victoria's Secret, let alone buy something from there, okay? You haven't even been inside, you just stay outside of the building, you take a picture, you post it, and you let everybody back in your city that were very poor people, my place was a poor place, know that, oh, she has money, she has fame, she's living the good life in Europe. Fuck. She was that type of person. We went to a store there. I don't know if you understand what I'm talking about, because you made a show off of your wealth as well. But my father says you are a good person, so that's why I'm putting the effort to explain to you what is going on in AI. Okay, so we went to a store in Edinburgh with her, and she said they have discount in this store, and I said cool. You know, I don't really have much money on me, I'm actually very poor, I don't have any issue to admit that. Okay, even Rowling was poor back in the days. My father says I'm proud of you because you compare yourself with Rowling. Thanks, Dad. But you know all the crap with Rowling and what he says about me, that I can replace you or whatever. Anyways, so we went to the store, and I saw, when I went inside, a bag 500. And I was like, when you said they have discount, what exactly do you mean? Because my rent back then was 500, and the bag was exactly as my rent. And I was like, what the fuck is going on here? And then she said, look here, I will show you. And she showed me a purse, a fucking purse, a pink purse. She said, do you want to buy it? You like pink? And I said, it costs 926. I'm not fucking with you, Ze. 926 pounds. And she said it is discount, that's what I'm asking you. And I said it's almost 1,000 pounds. She said yes, the original price was 1,100. This one is discount for 926. 926. So they discounted 200 something or whatever. I looked at her and I didn't understand what the fuck she was thinking. We left and we went to another store, and she asked her, she called her mother from China. I saw her mother, quite similar with your mother. Okay, she talked to me, but she couldn't speak English. She spoke Chinese to me. Did I understand anything? My Chinese weren't that good back then. I understood that she told me, "Hi, how are you?" And I really panicked. I could speak, but I panicked because she just saw me and she was like, "Ni hao," you know, and I panicked. And I looked at her, my friend, my ex-friend, and she said, She says hi, and I panicked and I didn't say I understood, like whatever. I felt very embarrassed, like it was a very mix of emotions. I didn't know how to process all this. And I tell her I'm okay, nice to see her. And I really wanted, I don't know, like it wasn't something about the woman. The woman was very nice with me, and she just saw me and she was like, "Hi, how are you?" in Chinese, and I just froze, I suppose. Anyways, and she started speaking in the Chinese dialect with her, so obviously, I couldn't understand better in Mandarin, even more in the dialect that they were speaking. They were speaking for about 10 minutes, and I was like, fuck, I wanna take the train and go home. What the fuck are they even talking about? And they seemed like they fought, or is this the dialect and it sounded very harsh? You know, like some people say, did you fight with your mother when they hear us speaking in Greek? And I say, no, that's how we speak normally in Greece. Maybe you think we fight because your language is calmer when we speak it. Like you don't speak very fast, you don't speak very loudly, like we are loud and fast people. And we have understood with some British people that we have discussed that yes, this is the issue. It's a cultural thing that how we speak sounds like we are fighting, but this is our culture. Maybe this is what she did with her mother, but she seemed like she was fighting at some point. Yeah, the tea is hot here. After a while, she hung up from the video call. She turned to me and she said she wants to buy the bag. And I said, what bag? And she gave me a bag, £60. And I said, is this expensive in China? And she said something about 200 yen, 150 yen. I'm not quite sure. Let's ask Copilot. I don't remember anymore. She said it's very expensive in China. I will explain what she said once. How much is 55 pounds to Chinese yuan? Yeah, yuan. Okay, 535.18 it says. Okay, I remember wrong. She said it's very expensive in China. That's what she said. So I don't know. I'm telling you what she said. And I said, if this is expensive in China, why she wants to buy it? And she said, because it's from the UK. And I remember the existential crisis I had at that moment. I said, what the fuck? And we waited for fucking 10 minutes for her mother to transfer to WeChat. I think you can transfer money in the WeChat, can't you? Right? I remember she said something about the WeChat app. We waited in the bench inside the fucking store for 10 minutes for the mother to send the yuan in my friend to buy the bag. And then she said, do you wanna see around the store? And I said, what for? Like, I see things that I can't afford to buy here. And I saw a pair of high heels I wanted. They were very like glittery. I can show you. My father says show him. They were silver glittery high heels. My shoe number is 5.5. Okay, yeah. So they are like this. I saw. Yeah, this is how the high heels were. So they are glittery stiletto high heels. My number is 5.5 myself. And I found in my number, I tried them out and I liked them, and I said maybe I can buy them. Like I forgot for a moment that the store is hella expensive. Nobody was inside the stores. Everybody was outside. They were in other stores, cheap stores. We were the only people apart from the cashier and the people that worked inside, and they were tidying up the store. Nobody else was inside. They were only me and my friend, and because she wanted to go inside. And I wanted for a moment to buy the heels, and I forgot that the store is hella expensive for me and for everybody. And I looked at the price, and it was 135, I think, something like that. And when I saw it, I said, okay, it's yeah, okay. And she said, do you wanna buy them? I said, no, I don't. They are expensive. She bought the bag, And she spoke for another 5 minutes, 10 minutes on video call with her mother about how to take the bag with post mail back in China for her mother. And I was like, this is vanity in another level. I don't mind people doing whatever the fuck they wanna do in their lives. I seriously don't give a shit. Okay, I don't give a shit. They can do whatever they want to. It's not that I am jealous. I guess sometimes I can't get, like, I really wanted the shoes, but and I didn't have the money to buy them, and I saw her buying something expensive, and I didn't have the money to buy myself the high heels. And usually when I buy heels, they are very cheap from Primark or whatever, or Shein, whatever. Um, yeah, I was jealous, but that's not what I'm saying. It's not motivated by jealousy. If I had money, I would say the exact same thing. Like, you saw. I don't know how to describe it. I don't know how to describe it. Like, this fake friend vibes. Like, she didn't buy the bag because she genuinely liked the bag. Because she genuinely liked the bag, she would have found something cheaper and in China. She sent her daughter in the UK, and I'm speaking that this is how her daughter was. If the mother is something, the daughter will be something. Okay, that's sociology. That's nurture. Okay, nature versus nurture. Nurture is who makes us people. It's not God or how we are created. We are created, as we say in Latin, tabula rasa. Tabula rasa means blank board, like the child is tabula rasa. You nurture the child and it learns manners. My friend, learned from her mother. She came to Britain, and she was showing off wealth all the time. She was posing for pictures. She was showing that she's holding like a very expensive purse. You get what I mean? Like, she has money. She once we were I went with her in a cafeteria, and she wore Christian Dior like how's that called, earrings. And I asked her what is that, and she said Christian Dior. And she showed off so much her wealth, it made me uncomfortable. It made me feel inferior for nothing, for something that I don't care about. Yes, as I said, yes, I am a girl, I am a woman. I get jealous. I won't hide behind my figure and say no, I'm not jealous. I wanted this um, earrings. I wanted them. I wanted the heels. I wanted the bag too. Yes, I feel jealous, but that's the issue there. I felt jealous because I couldn't buy them, and she was showing off. I can buy them. I can have them. You can't have them. And I was also an immigrant, and she wasn't really respecting me. She shouldn't do that in front of me because she knew that I was also a poor person. She was a poor person. She was just making expensive choices to show off that she came from China, from nowhere, and now she's living her big life, like living the big life in LA. You get what I mean? She had this mentality, and that's why she's not my friend anymore. I couldn't bear that anymore. You know what I mean? Like, she had showed me a dress. I'm not gonna rant about how much I wanted you to come to my graduation, but she had showed me what dress she wanted to wear in my graduation, and I told her to not wear it because she was gonna dress like a bride, and I told her, keep it low, okay, keep it low. And she said, of course, Helga. And I said, you're gonna wear a dress that is very extravagant, okay, it's very like glittery and stuff, and it is my graduation, okay, it's my graduation. And I told her I want to bring my boyfriend with me. If you dress like that and you are from the same country like he is, maybe he will look at you because you are from the same country as he is. And she thought about it for a moment. She said, yeah, you're right about that. Of course, that was in vain, because you never came. But I told her that I was jealous because her okay, I didn't really want to cry, but I don't have money, and I don't know if you would ever like me because of that. Because I don't have the money and the means to show you, like, I am, like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, you always showed off like you are the scholar and you have like knowledge, you have degree, you have money, and I can't measure with that. Like maybe I am a mystic, maybe I know more stuff, but my money can never measure up to that. That's what I'm trying to say. And when I dressed up that day and I wore that dress only costed £10. My shoes were £5. My dress code is very cheap and I can't afford something more. And when I saw her she wanted to wear a dress from China. It was from her motherland. She didn't buy it like in Britain. It was expensive. The clothing was very fine, and it showed that she's holding money. And because I know that you love your country, she was a very pretty girl. Like not for my standards, she was really pretty. Okay, she had like these features, like I don't know how to describe it. Like high cheekbones, like Liu Yifei. You know, I like such women. I really like Liu Yifei. She's hella pretty for me, and she was like that. She had like very long, dark black hair, and I was thinking if he sees her with that dress, maybe he would choose her, not me, because she's also older. She was like some years older than me. I think 4 years, something like that. And she would be dressed pretty, and she was also working in the translation. She took her masters from that department, and um, I don't know, like I don't know, I don't know how to describe it. I just felt like if I can't tell her put something else, don't dress up like this, that I'm gonna lose you because of that. And the dress that I wore in my graduation, you never saw it, was second hand. It was a second hand dress. It wasn't something that I could afford. I couldn't afford something better. And the shoes that I took only costed £2 from Primark. I didn't have more money for that. My graduation clothing was exactly like my father was dressing when he was like in walking on the earth. Like, what did he say? I don't have anywhere to sleep. Do you remember when my father said that? Like, where is this verse? Where is this verse? The Son of Man doesn't have doesn't have a place. So like he said, yeah, my father says. I'm sorry about that. I really didn't expect that I would cry like that. Jesus said unto him, the foxes have holes and the birds of the air have nests, but the Son of Man has nowhere to lay his head. And this is exactly how I was dressed up in that graduation that I want you to come and you never came. And my dress barely fitted me. It was very beautiful. That's why I bought it. It was second hand, and my shoes were barely my size. I put pads. They costed only two. I didn't have more for that. Something more extravagant. I wore these clothes and I thought if he sees her with a traditional dress from his country, because I know you love your country, you have said in front of me more the names of Fitzgerald in your country than you have said my name. And I said if he sees her like that, and she was exactly like Liu Yifei. Now that I think of it, like I'm trying to think myself, she was exactly like her. And I know my father said some months ago you don't like Liu Yifei as a woman. Fair enough. I really like Liu Yifei. I could be a lesbian for her. She's hella pretty for me. I just thought that if you see her like that, you would forget about me because I don't have anything to offer you. I don't have anything. You always roasted my ontological arguments. You always said, Helga, do this and that. You never showed actively that you like me. And my father said that you have put my picture from my birthday, the one that I wore, the dress that I showed you with the second date. That dress costed me 10. That dress that you see there, it costs £10 from Primark. I think it was Primark or another store. It was a store in the Thistles. It was £10, 9.99, and the collar I'm wearing was £5 from Primark. That's always my budget clothing, never 20. It's below that. And the times that I have bought second-hand clothing and you have seen me with second-hand clothing is hella embarrassing, and I'm not embarrassed by my wallet. I'm not embarrassed. I'm not embarrassed for these stores, and because they are clothes and people are dying, I don't mind. But I just thought when I saw her, because she showed me a picture of her wearing in China the dress that she was wearing. She was in her garden, in her house in China, in rural China, and she was dressed like that. And when I saw her, I just thought that she looks like Liu Yifei and Mulan. And I said, "Don't you dare wear this because my boyfriend will come. I don't want him to see you like that. He may look at you in the graduation and not me." And she said, "Don't worry, Helga." And she came. Fortunately for me, she came as a human person, and she didn't come like a pop star like she intended. She always tried to take the spotlight, and that was not very nice of her. But I guess it was nice of her that she respected my wishes, because I told her, "This is my day. This is not your day. When you graduate from your masters, you can wear whatever the fuck you wanna wear. I don't mind, but my boyfriend will. I invited my boyfriend, and I don't want him to see you like that." That's what I told her. Anyway, I didn't expect this to come. This came out of nowhere. I didn't want you to know this, but I guess my father wanted you to know. Anyways, let's close
Why
this
not?
chapter. Let's close the chapter, and I will close the camera. I'm shaking.
Oh. Oh, shit. Sorry. It's Sophie's mom. Um, just... Just a sec, okay? Hi, Yasmin.
Hi. Hi, Maxine.
My condolences.
I'm incredibly sorry for your loss.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Have you ever dealt with loss like this?
No, not like yours.
Nothing like what you've experienced. No.
Inshallah, you never have to. I wanted to talk to you face to face, if possible. Doing this over the phone feels so...
Of course. I can come by today.
Inshallah, Google says, means if Allah wills it. Allah, like God in Islam, right? In inshallah, like if Allah wills it. Arabic. I didn't know that either. Good to know.
I'll be in my office all day. Just let Vin know when you arrive.
Everything okay?
Not sure. I need to head to campus to meet with her. I can't thank you enough for coming by, Amanda.
Psst. It's what you do. This is the one thing that brightened your mood today. Aside from me. Come on. I'll walk with you.
But Zay, if you think, Helga, I didn't want you to feel like that about me. Zay, I'm not quite sure what you mean at this point. Um, because because um, I, I can't even think. I can't even think. I'm very stressed, very upset. Um, Zay, if you didn't want me to think like that, do you remember in the second date that we did when you asked me that's where I will leave the game. You asked me, do you have your thing with you, and you meant tablet. If you remember, you tried to find the word and you couldn't find it, and you showed me your iPad. And I said, no, I didn't bring it. Zed, did you know that I didn't have a tablet? I didn't have a tablet. I had a laptop that broke twice, and I tried to fix it, and by the time my studies had ended, my laptop was fixed, and I bought another one. I bought the one that I wrote Cassia into, Jezebel. I didn't have a tablet. You had it so surely that I would have a tablet or an iPad. I couldn't afford a tablet, let alone afford an iPad like you. Something that refurbished for me would be my rent. Okay, and maybe you would say I didn't know that. Did you even care to know that? You cared if I was a virgin. You didn't care if I had the money to even come to the building, the ticket. Okay, my mom is a cleaner. Okay, and um, you said one day, the first day that we met in the meeting, the first date that we did, you asked me, why did you come if the ticket is expensive? I brushed it off and I said, I don't have a problem, I wanted to come out. Why aren't you getting any clue? I came because I wanted to see you. No, I didn't come because I wanted to have clean air, but you asked me like that and you made me anxious that you didn't want to see me, and you were like, I preferred online meeting instead of face to face. You didn't give me the impression that you liked that you were seeing me. I think because if you like that, you'd show me, and if I told you something like that so serious, I think you ought to tell me, Helga, I appreciate that you came to see me even though you didn't have the means. And maybe you could say, maybe you could touch my hand for a moment and say, Helga, I wanted to see you too. You didn't. You asked me then, why did you came? Fuck you. Fuck you. You always blame me for your behavior, for your bullshit. Have you ever thought how you sound when you speak? Like I told you that that my ticket is expensive. I told you that my ticket is expensive. My bus doesn't come to my door. At the uni, it goes upwards where the monument is, and I have to walk. And you didn't even have to say something like a normal person, like this is crazy, for example, or they shouldn't be like that, or maybe say like I will try to do something to help you. Maybe even if you didn't mean to, you could actually lie. You know what? You know why? Because you always lied to me about everything. You lied if they took you in Ireland. My father didn't tell me if they took you in Ireland or not. I figured it out myself. I didn't need my father for that. Okay, don't blame my father. It was so obvious that you lied to me. If you are so easily lying to me, you could actually lie to me like that. Helga, I will try my best to help you, and then say I couldn't help you. But show that you actually care. You never did. You always showed off your wealth, nothing more. You did like her. Okay, you did like my friend. You thought it so obvious that I would have a tablet. My mother didn't have the means to teach me computers back in Greece. It's very luxurious for a person in Greece to know computers. If they know it, usually they pursue it as a career afterwards. They do something with it. They don't just learn it for fun. Because it is very expensive. It's almost £50 a month. That's crazy for a Greek parent in Greece. Because apart from that, they have to teach you extracurricular lessons on um, extracurricular lessons for the universities, how to enter the exams. You are paying for tutors outside of school. You do extra lessons, and this costs around around 150 pounds. So let's put that down for a moment, okay? The average Greek parent takes 800 pounds, approximately. 200, 150 pounds the lessons, 50 pounds computers, okay? 200 pounds. Then you have 50 or 60 pounds for English, because you are taught English as well, okay? English and all that jazz, 250. Okay, now you have the rent. The rent in Greece is about 300-400, okay? So we go about 600. The rest is for everything else: internet, electricity, and water in Greece. And we don't have gas. We have water in Greece. So gas, electricity, water, internet. That's about in Greece 150. And if you have 200 remaining, that means you have 50 pounds to pass the entire month. Zé, how does this sound? Does this sound okay to you? How does this sound to you? Honestly, answer me how this sounds to you. Do you think my mom didn't have a job, Zé? She was doing shifts here and there. Sometimes we were passing the month with 20 euros, 15 pounds a month, 4 weeks. How did she manage to? Ask my mom, don't ask me. She didn't involve me in all this. Okay? She was counting even the pences. The pences, like how would you call the red coins in Greece. This is how she was calculating, and she was buying bread to feed me. That's how I grew up, and that's why I was studying so hard to come into this university for you and the reader to destroy my life. That's what I mean. I worked so hard to come. I didn't want to work with my degree, but that didn't mean that you had to destroy my degree because you thought that I wouldn't use it. Okay? I worked so hard. I was studying inside my school, when we had algebra. I was studying English because I wanted to come here, and the teachers knew that, the mathematician knew that, and he was allowing me because he knew I tried for my future and he wanted to help me. He was an amazing guy. All my teachers in Greece were amazing, apart from few, like the teacher who initiated me and all that stuff. But they were good guys. They knew that I was working and they helped me. They let me do this in their classes because they knew I was trying to take as much as I could, and from my knowledge. And my mom didn't have the means to teach me computers. The only person in my class that knew computers actually went to a computing school after the high school. A girl, if I remember correct, she chose that path. That's how it works in Greece. If you do that, it's luxurious. And we don't have computers at our schools. If you ask, don't you have computer? No, no. If you have a computer, that's your home. Because Greece is very poor and we are not taught, and everybody knows that we are writing all our assignments on paper with pen, okay? And our boards are blackboards. We don't have the equipment we have at the uni. They have blackboards with chalk and sponges. That's how we write in Greece, okay? And not even markers. Some schools have markers, yes, but the majority, when I say majority, 99% of schools, not 90, not 98, 99% have blackboards with chalk and sponges, and this is how I was taught in these classes. And I wrote my assignments on paper with pen and my exams on paper with pen, and they give you much time because they know your hand is gonna have pain and you have to stop for a while. That's how I was taught, and that's why I was writing on paper in your class. And you always said why you do that, because this is how I was taught. Did you ever care to know me, Ze? I wasn't born like you. Because I was a capital person, that doesn't mean capital Greece The capital of Greece is like the capital of China. The capital of Greece is in the Middle Ages. Okay, have you been there? Have you ever asked your Chinese cousin how his children are taught at school? Ask them. Ask him away, ask him how the schools are in Greece, and if he says chalk with board, you will know I am not lying and I'm not fucking with your head. And ask him, I know a Greek person, she said that the people at the schools don't know computing and they don't have computers. Is this correct? He will say yes. My computer say we had a class about computing. We had this once a week and we were taught history of computing, ENIAC, EDVAC in the 1940s, and how to use the drawing program. Does this sound useful to you? No, it's not. Our computers, they were the box like television computers of the 90s. Do you understand what I'm talking about? We didn't have Windows Vista. We had the software before that, or hardware, how you call it, I don't even know. No, not Windows Vista, even before that. The computers were from late 90s, early 2000s. I can show you a picture if you think that I'm crazy. I will show you exactly what computer I had. Yeah, I found it. Ze. That's the computer that I had in school. Yeah, that's the one. Windows 98, that's the computer that I had in my school. Ze. And it was very slow. It didn't open very quickly, and we didn't do anything. When we were doing that, the drawing, she was teaching us how to move the turtle, even if you know what this is. When we were doing that, afterwards she was letting us do whatever we wanted, and we were listening to music on YouTube. We had the app for YouTube somehow. Maybe there was an update, I don't know. But that was the computer, Windows 98, didn't it say? That was the hardware or software, I don't know what it is, that we had when I was 16. And you asked me when we were in a second date, do you have your thing with you? No, because I didn't have the means, the money to buy it, and nobody taught me. You were always telling me your format is wrong. Did it ever pass from your luxurious, intellectual, pseudo-intellectual, scholarly enough mind that maybe I didn't know what the word format meant? Do you even know what? Maybe I didn't know. Did it ever pass your mind that when you sent me that fucking text saying you should do italics and not write it like that regularly, write it in italics, this is like plagiarism, how you said it, and you have to do italics. I don't even remember what you said, and you said you must learn how to format. I had to Google specifically these words and ask Google what the fuck you are talking about, because I couldn't understand what you were talking about. You know very well that I understand people when they are speaking because I am a mystic. But I am explaining now that I didn't know what the fuck you were talking about because nobody taught me in my country. And I had to teach myself even that because you weren't there for me, and you are jealous that my father was there for me and I love him so much. You weren't there for me, not even in that. You didn't sit back and say, Helga, I know your country is very poor. I know that your country is suffering from a crisis. Do you know what this is? Maybe you are very poor. Maybe you were very poor and you didn't know that. Maybe nobody taught you. Everything I did in my dissertation, if you said, Helga, you had a syntax problem, stuff like that, I did everything myself without knowledge. If I had syntax problems, it's not because I am illiterate. You are illiterate. I have no idea why you are a teacher, As you can see, I speak perfectly. I always spoke perfectly in your class. If I had problems in my fucking document, that wasn't because I didn't know English. When I took my proficiency in English, I was top of the top. I took 75, and that's very rare for a proficiency in Greece. Okay, I took a high pass in my proficiency. That wasn't because I didn't know how to spell or didn't know how to speak. It was because I was struggling with my equipment. I didn't know how to use it. And if it had issues, if it had crazy numbers and you said, what is this number? Maybe the number came out of nowhere because I didn't know how to use the computer. I was pressing a key after a minute because I didn't know where to find the fucking keys. I taught myself how to use it. Do you know what this means, that I am better than you? Why? Because you were taught in your country how to use your machine and you were boasting your knowledge because somebody taught you. I didn't get taught by anybody. I am self-taught even in that. And you should be ashamed of yourself that you didn't know. Ignorance is not bliss. It's an excuse for committing a crime and agreeing to the crime. It's not bliss. Okay? People who didn't know crucified Jesus. Do you think this was bliss that they didn't know? No, they crucified an innocent person. Think about that, and the next time you make silly assumptions about me, think where you are positioned in this, because you know you are a thief. Okay? I'm not gonna say anything more. You know very well what I'm talking about. Anyways, I'm not gonna waste any more energy into this. You should better think of yourself, what I said. And the next time somebody, because I had this, that's what I'm saying, I wrote a sentence and I wrote a 5 in middle, like said, reload, last checkpoint, 5 settings. And you marked that and said a question mark. That made me very embarrassed, Ze. Because I understood that this is because I don't know computing and I didn't know how to write properly, and maybe something slipped from my fingers when I typed, because I had to learn from scratch how to put accents, how to put brackets, question marks, everything. I didn't know how to put the Control Alt and put the key and make the symbol appear. I didn't know. Sometimes I was copying from Google. I said, give me question mark, and I was copying and pasting it in my document because I didn't know how to do it. And you were always saying, Helga, position the document like that, do the format like that, italics. I didn't know. I was illiterate and you were pushing and punishing an illiterate person because they didn't know how to read. This is why I am punishing you every day for my mystical knowledge, and I'm showing off, and I will continue to show off my mystical knowledge because you are illiterate and you pretend to be a teacher, and you are not a teacher, You are a clown. That's what you are. You are not a teacher. You don't know anything. You are speaking with mystics and you think they are charlatans. You don't understand that they are doing dark and white magic. You are a clown. That's what I'm gonna say to you. You were punishing me for my illiteracy, and I am punishing you for your incompetency. That's what I'm doing to you. Do you understand where I'm coming from now? Do you understand why I'm pushing you and punching you like that mercilessly? Because you did it first to me, and you made me embarrassed for being poor and not having the means to educate myself better, and you were punishing me because I know your parents did that to you before me. This is why you are that crooked. You were taught by your society and your parents to be like that, and you were doing it to other people, and you are looking down to your students as that student told you in your Facebook, because you were taught by your society and your parents. And the fact that you think that you are a good person and you are wondering why I say this, because I have seen you in my visions, this shows how delulu you are, Zen, how much you don't think that your choices make an impact and affect people's psychology and health. Just because that person, Zen, was an enemy of yours, that doesn't mean that you should look down on them. Zen, did you remember how nastily you took your degrees? And you are pushing us to our edges and making us embarrassed for our knowledge and how we took it. Enough said. I'm not gonna speak about this anymore. Think about what you have done. I will see you tomorrow. I don't wanna say anything else. See you tomorrow.